Alright, hey, well, this is Kazakian, and I'm here to present my zombie deck. And I've named it the Necropolis, just because, it's a really awesome name and has stuff to do with the undead. And it's not, a pure zombie deck, but, what Tier 1 zombie deck is. And I consider it close enough to Tier 1. It incorporates most of the zombies, and it abuses most of the abilities of the zombies to bring out other cards that could just as easily win the game. So, here we go. First, to start off with the monsters, 2 Goblin Zombies. His effect is, if he's sent to the graveyard for any reason at all, you can get any zombie type monster with 1200 defense or less and put him in your hand. So basically he's incredible for keeping card advantage, and he's a dark type, which is really convenient. And his other effect is interesting. If he does battle damage, your opponent discards 1 card from their deck. So that's pretty handy, on the off chance that you can't attack directly with him. So, very nice. One of the biggest staples for any zombie deck, you'd be retarded not to have this in your zombie deck, is Pyramid Turtle. If he dies by battle, you can search your deck for a zombie type monster with defense 2000 or less, which is virtually every zombie type in the game, and special summon it to your side of the field. So basically it's a really quick ill blood, which allows you to just constantly flush your field, and it's pretty much incredible. So yeah. 2 Mystic Tomatoes, and you probably noticed that I use a lot of search cards, because in a zombie style deck, search cards are incredibly abusable. They pretty much win games as long as you know how to use them. I mostly use Mystic Tomato to bring out my tuners, which are all dark. If he dies by battle, I special summon a dark monster with 1500 attack or less. So, yeah, very nice. And, I sometimes use Black Rose's other effect, remove a plant type monster. And it's sometimes handy, but yeah. To move on to some of the basic type monsters I have, 2 Zombie Masters. I don't roll 3 because, it's a little unnecessary. 2 does their job fine, and I don't really need 3 because I don't need to rely on drawing him, because as I said, I have a bunch of search monsters, so I can get him out whenever I need him. Incredible effect, discard a monster card from your hand and special summon any zombie type 4 stars or less from either graveyard and special summon it to your side of the field. So that means you can discard a card and special summon that same card. So very nice for opening with Paladin. Splashable with Plaguespreader, so pretty much the crux to many zombie decks. 2 Paladins. I know what you're thinking, not a lot of people use this guy, especially in pro zombie decks. I mostly have to use him because of the community I'm in, and the decks that my community tends to roll, so I need some sort of basic 4-star, and he's a light monster, which is really nice because I do use Chaos Sorcerer. His effect isn't bad, if he destroys a zombie type, special summon it to my side of the field by battle. Yeah, it's just basically a simple beat stick that I can get out with Zombie Master, or if all my other beat sticks are gone, Pyramid Turtle, but that's usually the last resort. Okay, Breaker the Magical Warrior. As I said, a lot of people in my community tend to use spells, traps, and face downs, so he's very nice to have, and he's generally good. He's a dark type monster, 1900 attack, free spell destroy, so I can swap him out for a Zombie Master or a Ryukaki, depending on who I fight. Tip my tuners, Dark Resonator. He's a nice, simple 3-star. Blackwing Gale's limited, so you gotta have some other 3-star. And since there's no searchable easy 3-stars with Pyramid Turtle zombie type tuners, I gotta use at least 2. He's a really easy Black Rose, and he has 2 lives, so it's pretty nice. I can search him out with Mystic Tomato. And then, as I mentioned earlier, Blackwing Gale, probably the best 3-star tuner in the game. The ability to half the attack and defense of any face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field. Very game-changing, knocks out Goyos, knocks out any strong synchro, basically, makes them really weak. So, any of my monsters can take out virtually any of theirs. Very nice, searchable with Mystic Tomato. Plaguespreader, the crux tuner of any zombie-type deck, He's 2-star, his special effect, I can take 1 card from my hand and put it on top of my deck and special summon him from the field, so I can virtually get a tuner whenever I want. I can splash Zombie Master, discard Plaguespreader, special summon him, discard something else, special summon Plaguespreader again. So there's an endless tuner. And he's searchable with anything. I can search him with Goblin Zombie, Pyramid Turtle, or Mystic Tomato, depends on, who I have. So, very nice, very valuable. Yeah. To hit my larger monsters, Malevolent Mechs, I run him instead of Ryukaki, because Ryukaki can tend to be a dead draw sometimes. And although his effect is good, automatically destroy Spellcaster Warrior, I find that I can always change the situation, especially with some of the spells I have, and how I use Pyramid Turtles, or, I can Synchro when I need to take down something big. So this guy's very handy. If I have Plaguespreader in the field, I can just normal summon him, and then bam, 8-star Synchro, and he's a nice beat stick for Pyramid Turtle, and yeah. Oh yeah, and he's light. Okay, Illblood, you know, only need one, because having more than one's a bit of overkill, because he can be a dead draw. You always want him in the deck or in the graveyard, so you can just special summon him, and then normal summon him next turn, or the same turn that you special summon him. Effect is amazing. Special summon any zombie type monster from either graveyard or from my hand, you know, at any level. So you can quickly flood the field, but if he dies, they all die with him. But he is incredible, changes games. Cyber Dragon, if your opponent has a monster and you don't, special summon him. Great for opening the duel, and he's a light type, so you know, he's pretty nice to throw in. To hit my game winners, Gorz, of course, every deck should have it. If you take direct damage, special summon him from your hand if you have no cards controlled, and a token of the same attack. You know, he changes games, pretty much, and my deck doesn't really roll a bunch of continuous cards, except for like Zombie World, but I'm smart enough not to play at the same time. Chaos Sorcerer, you know, pretty self-explanatory. Remove one light and dark, special summon him. He's 6-star, so I can use him for 8-star synchro. Remove one face-up monster on the field, so you know, it's my anti-synchro card. Very nice, very valuable. Helped me win a lot of games. I used to roll 2, but it was sort of inconsistent, so I just stuck with 1, and that's been plenty fine. Dark Arm Dragon, and I know I have the gold series, it's because I'm a cheap ass, but you know, he does his job. I can control my graveyard very easily, so I can always decide whether I have 3 darks in the graveyard or not, whether by special summoning with Zombie Master or Illblood, or Book of Life, or, you know, controlling how I use my search cards. So this guy is very easy to get out. He's won me plenty of duels. Yep. Move on to my spells. I have your basic staples, Swords of Revealing Light, Heavy Storm, and Mystical Space Typhoon. Don't make a deck without them. Lightning Vortex, discard a card, destroy all face-ups on your opponent's side of the field. You know, very game-changing. Always have at least one. 3 Book of Moons. I think this card is very underestimated, especially was in my community until I started to use them. This card is amazing. Flip any face-up monster face down. What this does is destroys equip cards, because you can't equip face-downs. Dodges vortexes, dodges fissures, dodges brain controls. Allows your weaker zombie cards like Zombie Master or even sometimes a Pyramid Turtle to kill something, because a lot of people use high attack, low defense cards. This card is incredible. You can flip 2 units face down so they can't synchro. You know, try out this card. It isn't amazing, especially in a zombie deck. Okay, 2 creature swaps. Again, I used to roll 3, but it was a little bit of overkill because you do need a monster on your side of the field. But this card is amazing, especially with all my search cards, because I just swap over one of my search cards, take their monster, destroy my search card, and then I get to special summon from my deck. They don't. That's how search cards work. So very abusable with search cards, especially zombie types. You know, destroy Pyramid Turtle, and then bam, you get back your, you get out an Illblood or a Malevolent Mech and basically change the game. Alright, Cold Wave, sort of like the baby form of Heavy Storm. You know, neither players can activate spells, traps, or set any spells or traps until your next turn. So if you open up with this normally means a Zombie Master double summon. Very nasty, has won me many duels. Very underestimated. Brain Control, self-explanatory. Pay 800 life points, take control of one face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field. You know, you can think of all the strategies. 2 Zombie Worlds. I underestimated this card for a long time till I started using it. Disrupts players very badly, and I never knew how bad until I really started abusing it. You know, they can't tribute summon for anything other than zombie types, which, you know, only zombie decks use. Everything on the field, graveyard, is zombies, so I can special summon from their graveyard with Zombie Master or Illblood. And it knocks out type-specific cards like Psychics and Warriors, so very nice. 2 Book of Lives. I used to roll 3, but that was a little unnecessary because you have to remove something from graveyard. But self-explanatory, you know, special summon a zombie type. Okay, 2 Royal Decrees. My deck is a lockdown deck, and again, this is because of my community. A lot of people play face downs, so yeah, very nice. I can swap them out for bottomlesses depending on who I fight. Torrential, you know, clear the field. To hit my extra deck, 1 Stardust, you know, needed in every deck. My 8 stars, Colossal and Red Dragon. My 7 stars, Black Rose, you know, clear the field. Ancient Fairy for those annoying field card decks. My 6 stars, Gaia and Iron Chain, and I know I don't have a Goyo, but it's because I'm a cheap ass. I'm planning on getting one soon. And then, as a joke, Armory Arm, 4 star. So, comment, yep, thanks.